Hello guys, Warhammer back with episode number 2 of our Sell the Faithless campaign, the Tides of Torment DLC. We have eliminated our starting enemy and taken also a settlement from the Warriors of Chaos that start here. And we're thinking about now picking on the Chaos Dwarves. But we kind of have to decide how we want to fight this, though. I was just thinking, when did we get access to the Monstrous Arcanum? Get access to it on turn 8. Okay. So, for a mission, if we construct a Chaos Altar, we'll get 3,000 gold. Shockline's tea. Oh, that's one of Sale's unique items. Okay, and it will get us towards the first tier of the Dark Rituals. We need to do that. But we can't... We don't have enough movement range to make it in a single turn. And... Let's come down here a little bit. Actually, this is our pillaging army. So I just want to see if I can find where ZHATAN is first. Because last time, before the intern, he was right about here, so he might be all the way back here. I don't think he went south, but who knows. Who's he at war with? Okay, he's not at war with anyone, so yeah, he probably retreated back further this way. Which means this might be vulnerable. What? Do we try to go for, like, an ambush? I think so. Then we can find out where he is for good. I think that's our choice. I want to do it at the edge of our territory so we can still... oh, crap. So we can still get a heal. I'll bring you down in raiding stance. We'll actually transfer some of these units over to Sell the Faithless so his army is stronger. We'll try to hide you a little bit. Nah. I don't know. But, yeah, if we do this here, local province, so we don't care about the recruitment bonuses, we don't care about Winds of Magic right now. Spell intensity for our stuff. Minus control, but more gold. So, additional 1,500 for every foreign settlement, so we'd get 3,000 from that. It's negative control. I think this is the one we want to do. Because the minus enemy leadership would be super important against Chaos Dwarves. It'll make it much, much easier, I should say. Yeah, we'll try that. And declare war against the Chaos Dwarves. Should start moving in towards Cathay too. But, are there any manipulations we want to do? Probably should do this one just to get visibility. So I know where he is. Okay, yeah, he's where we thought he was. But he's in range of having enough movement range. He might have to march out here and then have this army attack, but I do think he'll try to get to us. Alright, other actions. Cool down for spells. Disable animation. So where is our... What was it called? The... Oh, that's the meter right there. It goes around the eye. Okay. So 0 to 8. Okay, it looks like we haven't got enough yet to get a dilemma yet. And chance to steal Winds of Magic. Yeah, I think we're good. We'll just hope for the best. Hopefully we can get that ambush. I doubt it. We only have a 45% chance, but it's better than nothing. Let's just look and see as far as other things in diplomacy. So I don't know if anyone actually likes us.
ZHATAN's
Not really. Okay. Sale is a loner, apparently. Faithless does not mean people like you. It means the opposite. We are... Okay. So we don't get the ambush. And he's attacking the secondary lord, unfortunately, but he's leading the attack with the secondary lord as well. Let's look at the map. Okay, this is a pretty decent map for us. I do need to worry about the Deathstreak rocket launcher, though. If it goes to the anti-large variant, because it can do a lot of damage to our giant. But yeah, we should be able to do this without too much of an issue, I think. He's only like level 8, I believe. We've got our Great Shaman of the Lord of Death, and then a Sorcerer Prophet of the Lord of Death on the other side. He does have some Hobgoblins joining in, but we're waiting for our reinforcements. He is being supported by ZHATAN the Black with an army of Orc Laborers, but he does have artillery, blunderbusses, and 2 Chaos Dwarf Warriors. For us, we have Sail the Faithlesses, gosh, that's hard to say, army coming in with Bearmen, some Marauder Hunters, Kurgan Horsemen, of course, and our Premier Noble along with the Cursed Etten. Right now, we're just waiting for them. We also have our Pillaging Army, who will come in a little bit in 2 minutes. He has a couple of Marauders, some Berserkers, and Murder Horsemen with him. But for now, we're just trying to scout out the other side a little bit while we wait for reinforcements to make their way. We have decided to pick our fight right here, where we're between a cliff and a pit, to give us a little bit more secure front line where it's going to be harder for them to flank. We are going to try to minimize our casualties by forcing them into small areas so we can use our magic more efficiently. But ZHATAN the Black is on a Bell Taurus, or not Bell Taurus, a Great Taurus right now. So not as much armor, but he still has 80. Poison attacks, high armor piercing. Of course, he has his armor, the armor of Gazarak. I've always never been quite sure how this one works. I think like you have to take damage first for the thing to build up, and then eventually it's worth more as like a big ward save. But I think you have to take damage first. He does have Blazing Body from being on the Great Taurus. So that's physical resist and melee damage reflection. We do not want to fight him in melee. So right now we're sending out our spellcasters, Sail, going out and maybe get some early magic off with Nightmaw or some Pendulums. The Great Shaman just kind of waiting his time. We're going to try to bait out ZHATAN. That's what we're trying to do, is he can just be a nasty little bugger if we're not careful. Ooh, they're trying to throw some fireballs at us. Sail. Ooh, and a Spirit Leech right at the same time, a double whammy. That's not good. He's an okay fighter, but really do not want him fighting a lot in this matchup. We want to avoid as much as we can, but Chaos Dwarf Blunderbuss right there. Gonna throw it on a Pendulum, and it misses pretty much all the Blunderbusses, instead hits these Orc Laborers. So swing and a miss. But ZHATAN has the scent of blood now. Looks like he's going to be moving forward. Another fireball coming in just a second. Man, that's what they're going to use all their magic on. But we do decide to throw it on Spirit Leech now. Try to get some early damage on ZHATAN. Hopefully we can draw him and take care of him early. Our Kurgan Horsemen on the side, ready to get some flanking maneuvers done. We're bringing the broader horsemen from the Pillaging Army. Get those throwing axes. Or I guess these are the spears onto ZHATAN. Try to get as much damage onto him quickly. Yep, more fireballs and Spirit Leech just piling up on our characters, but we've got our own magic. We're just trying to get them corralled into a little bit better spot for us. ZHATAN coming in, got a few volleys off with our Marauder Horsemen, but there's the Deathstreak rocket launcher. That's what I've been keeping my Marauder Horsemen in the back for. We're trying to get an opening so we can go in. This thing can be really, really nasty. It has 2 ammo choices. The single rocket, which does anti-large, and the multi-rocket, which does, I think, a little bit more armor piercing and a bonus infantry. They're both pretty good, but another Spirit Leech coming down from us. He's gradually taking damage. Luckily for us, he's not unlocked his regeneration skill yet, because he is just an absolute nightmare once he gets that. But we've actually got some ranged units on our front now. We have... they're all kind of piled up right now. We do have some Marauder Hunters with Javelins. They are anti-large, so they'll do pretty good damage against ZHATAN. And some other Marauder Hunters that just have the throwing axes that have Shield Breaker. But our Great Shaman, another Spirit Leech. We have a fair amount of Winds of Magic built up, but we are using it mostly to try to deal with the characters for now. He's going after our Great Shaman. We have some Marauder Bearmen there to hold them up. I didn't actually see this, but he used his net right there from the Sadistic Snares. Not great, but we're going to start pelting him with some missiles and do some pretty good damage. It looks like he's having trouble hitting our guy too, but Kerrigan Horsemen have snuck around, and this is the artillery piece that can be pretty nasty. It looks like there's the anti-large shell, since it's a single one. Manages to get two guys, so pretty good luck on our part. And Kerrigan Horsemen have anti-infantry, at least the dual weapon ones, but they do still have some armor piercing, so they'll be able to get through this without too much problem. Its leadership just collapsing very, very quickly. On this side, we actually managed to take out ZHATAN the Black with our combination of our three characters. We brought over the Famir Noble as well for that huge anti-armor and anti-large damage, along with our centering armor. So you can take out characters very, very quickly, or at least weaken them. Yeah, that Death's rocket launcher goes down like a chump. Marauder Horseman now just trying to get some range damage into some of these sneaky gets. The Rework Laborers are not quite as big of a threat, but they still do have a lot of armor piercing. So they can be dangerous if they get their hands on the wrong thing. Our Rune Color in the back, we're just kind of keeping him safe. He's taken a lot of damage in most battles, so we're trying to avoid that. Another fireball hits Sail. But the Greenskin Horde's finally coming up. Got some Bearmen and the basic Marauders ready to come down. Nightmaw getting some early kills in. On the far side, we have some Greenskin Laborers trying to get around the side. Our Marauder Horsemen did actually get scared off a little bit from these Hobgoblin sneaky gets with their precursor throwing weapons. On these side, we tried to get a good charge on these Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders, but we took a little bit of damage from these Orc Laborers as well. I didn't quite see that they caught up to us. The other one's still trying to finish off that artillery piece. But on the front line, the Greenskin front lines are collapsing pretty quickly. Their battle lines just cannot hold up to actual units since these guys are all expendable. We're trying to throw our pillaging army up front since they are not being paid for. They are free, but they don't regenerate, so we're just trying to use them for free while we can. Bearmen and Marauders coming now. Ooh, Chaos Dwarf Warriors, actually. Not great weapons, but these guys still have amazing stats for an infantry unit. But our Marauder Berserkers will absolutely shred them if we stay in combat long enough as we build up that rage and frenzy. So we're just going to get even better. Like these Chaos Dwarf Warriors, yeah, even with 50 melee defense, it's not going to be enough. And they're trying to do their best to fight, but they're actually fighting uphill, which is giving us advantage as well. But getting some javelins and throwing axes into some of these units while our Bearmen and stuff push out. Kerrigan Horsemen coming in for more charges over here, now that we've kind of split up. It looks like I did forget about the District Rocket Launcher, though. At 237 HP, it might get off the field. Sorcerer Prophet getting teamed up on by our Marauder Chieftain and the Famir Noble right now, who takes a couple of big hits right there. Just barely breaks. Still has a Demon Smith over here, though. Trying to pump out some shots with his... I can't remember what they're called. The Inferno Pistol or something like that? I know it's not the Drake Fire Pistol, because that's from the regular Dwarfs, the regular Dabi. But most of the units have broken or routed for good, so now it's just kind of cleaning up the little bits. I guess we have a full health Chaos Dwarf Warrior over here fighting some of our Bearmen. This is not ideal for us. They have much better armor than we do, and their defensive stats are much better, but our offensive stats are a little bit higher. And with the extra bonuses we get from Rage and our armor piercing actually being pretty decent for an infantry unit that's shielded, doing alright, but we finally get the victory, I think, and we'll use that remaining time to chase off some units and try to kill some of these characters. I think the artillery piece is going to get off with just a sliver of health left, though. ZHATAN got a little overeager and paid for it. Oh, dang! The Desperate rocket launcher barely survived. I forgot that I didn't finish that. But hopefully it's not too bad. The crappy thing about this is post-battle option is only going to affect this and not Sales Army. Guess we'll just take the teeny bit of cash. ZHATAN, oh, he probably had a march to get here. That's great. He's been dealt with. I had the raiding army take a little bit more damage at the front because they're a temporary army. Oh, do we have another army up here? Yes, we do. Let's take a look. It's probably still going to be mostly laborers, but... more hobgoblins. Okay, that is a little bit more dangerous. I can't get anything there fast enough to help out. But if we're coming down this way, as long as they don't push in towards Desolation Ridge, we'll be okay. Alright.
Great shaver, sorcerer.
Okay, so you have spoils, so transport to the nearest owned region where they're added to your faction wide. Okay, so once a haul is delivered, the force disbands. Okay, so let's have you lead the attack here. Sail will reinforce. Let's put him in raiding stance. So we get the extra leadership and defense. You'll come by just to help out.
Destroy them. The demons demand sacrifice.
Let's raise a chaos altar actually. Ooh, so the path to power, the future for most, an ephemeral, shapeless thing formed of hopes and fears and petty ambitions. For a chosen few, a path laid out for them by the dark gods. For you, however, it is not a formless, nor it is a single path of another's choosing. You have seen your many futures, and all in blood, your blood. Decades of lies and betrayal have made you undisputed master of the Dogan lands, but with more enemies than you ever twisted sight can fathom. Thus far, the servants of chaos have been as malleable as your imagination, which twists their wills and beliefs with endless inventiveness, but now you must draw power directly from its formless, chaotic source, and your erstwhile puppets may not take your actions in good faith. Okay, so to get to the first phase of the Arc Ritual, we have to get 3 more altars. We got his, well, at least one of his magic items. Shuckling's Teeth. His corpse skin bag contains the sigil-etched teeth of Sail's former master, Shockclane, and other defeated wizards and magical beasts, each a treacherous curse to hurl at his enemies. So we get more research rate, chance of winds of magic improving, that's great. Miscast base chance reduction. Doesn't he already get that as part of his lord effects?
Enslave the Southerners. All the way. Scarred, but unbound.
He does, okay, so I guess with him you're supposed to be overcasting a lot, since you get that miscast reduction. And Chuckling's Teeth is a projectile. Now, I haven't used this myself, but seeing it in multiplayer seems like it's pretty strong. It's kind of like Hand of the Gods for Krokkar. Got a bunch of other magic items. Oh, so interesting. So the Chaos Altar is still one of our settlements. Okay, what can we build here, though? We can build garrison. This gives us post-battle loot for adjacent regions and income from raiding. When undivided corruption is high, we get more income and more spoils. On this side, reduces enemy leadership by 10 for adjacent regions. Unbreakable during siege battles. Pretty sweet. All right, this one lets us recruit some stuff. Some Marauders, Skin Wolves, Red Hunter Javelins, so we can get some Chaos units. We can get Chaos Warriors. I'm more excited to use Norscan units than recruit Chaos stuff, so. So once you've done more of the Dark Ritual, then these guys get better, though. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Recruit rank and recruitment cost reductions and local recruitment capacity. Oh, it's the final one. Casualty replenishment and campaign movement range for stuff in this province, not adjacent provinces. Okay. Campaign movement range is always pretty good, especially in this area where stuff is spread out more. So let's try that one. I don't know. This one was really good for the post-battle loot. I think I actually like that better. Bloodwind Keep has finished rebuilding now. She's growth and money. We don't need to recruit a whole lot right here, and it would take a while to get good stuff. So let's do that one. All right, Dark Tower. I think we're gonna wait and try to get this to tier 2 so we can get some high tier units and get some Familiar, because I think we're maxed out on our capacity, but once we get this to tier 3, we'll get another Familiar Noble. So there's the Hero and Lord recruit rank. Okay, this is a minor settlement, so we don't necessarily want to do some of these ones. Or incoming growth, I like that. Yeah, I think we'll save our growth to get into tier 3. And we get access to the Monstrous Arcanum next turn. Do we try to set another ambush? Actually, maybe. A lot of this army survived.
Chieftain of the tribe accepted. The tribe consents.
Even if we don't get the ambush, we deal with some of these armies, hopefully.
Born of winter.
Lord at level 7. Let's keep doing Spirit Leech. The nice thing is the Great Shaman Sorcerers actually get a War Shrine Mammoth, too. It's at level 26, so it's a while away, but they're really, really good. Let's finish off Doom and Darkness. Overcast, it becomes an AoE effect, not just a single target, so that makes it really good. Especially against like low leadership factions. Okay, Sail. We're getting to Chain Lightning. I don't know, these spells are doing okay. Maybe we say, oh, Leader of the Dolphin, what does this do? Perfect Vigor for Kurgan Horsemen and Physical Resist. Ardent Abomination gives melee defense bonuses and charge for Ettins. Psychology, Chaos Corruption, Health and Strength. Okay, what about these ones? Barrier for Monstrous Arcanum stuff. Perfect Vigor, melee attack. What are your unique skills? We haven't looked at these at all. So reduced spell resistance, reduced enemy wounds of magic, and backstabbing sorcery. So I guess map-wide, enemy casters take damage when they cast spells, I think. Yeah, so if enemy spellcasters will take damage. Okay. Ward saving regeneration, that's going to be amazing, especially once we're closer to getting the Mammoth. Magic attacks, another use for Nightmaw, weapon strength, and spell resist. Spell resist will probably be good for Cathay, fighting Cathay. It's a magic for our Omnis faction wide. It increases the minimum and the reserve capacity. Cool. Your capacity for shaman sorcerers. Reduced upkeep, campaign movement range, and 8 leadership for the army. Awesome. And this one, spell intensity. Reduce ones of magic cost for all of his spells. And reduce cooldown. Alright, here's some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I think like, what one do we... yeah, we'll want to get like the army bonuses first. We can wait on this stuff. Yeah, we'll save some points so we can get more of that all at once. Mir. 12, 11, 10, 9. I guess we have 1 point we can spend. Go for melee defense.
Shaman sorcerer. Wind wielder. Despoil.
And I need to remember to have this guy go to a settlement to deliver those spoils before he gets wiped out. Because I don't think they degrade like Bloodhosts do. They're just no replenishment.
Overrun the world.
So you have to be careful not to lose the resources you get from them. Ah, yes, we drew in the other army too, which is exactly what we wanted. Because we did not want them to go north. Okay, this one is mostly Orc Laborers. That's the one that was ZHATAN's army. There's a lot of Hobgoblin Archers, but Pendulum should be pretty good at wiping them out. Yeah, okay. This will be a pretty decent battle, though. A lot of units. Big battle against the Chaos Dwarves. After taking ZHATAN out, his army is kind of damaged, but still a lot of Orc Laborers left, but Lord is being supported by 2 other armies. One is just the Lord and Hobgoblin Sneaky Gits, but the other one is full of Hobgoblin Archers. We have 3 Sorcerer Prophets to deal with, and a lot of Archers. Our army is doing pretty decent, but we are damaged from those last couple of battles. So Marauder Bearman's still mostly healthy, but some of our other guys, like our Marauder Great Weapons, pretty damaged. So we're going to try our best to avoid taking too much damage on stuff, but it might be kind of hard with how much range firepower they have. ZHATAN, of course, coming over here on this right flank, try to get to a spot where we can hit a couple of units with Flock of Doom. Kurgan Horsemen, ready to pounce. We're trying to keep them on the side to where we can sneak around and finish off this Death Streaker rocket launcher, since I forgot to finish it off the last battle. But, ooh, Dreadnought actually really good cast right there, right on top of these Chaos Dwarf Warriors. The armor piercing able to do a lot of damage. The super close formation too, which is really ideal for Night Maw. Just trying to get a Uranon's Thunderbolt on top of this Death Streak rocket launcher, because it can kill, well, it used to be able to kill things like this very easily. But I'm not sure after the Lore of Heaven's rework, but trying to get some shells into us now. Marauder Bearmen. We have our Pillaging Army coming up. No Marauder Chieftain this time, since he's pulling the fort down in the settlement we took before. So, gonna try to get some early damage in. Maybe another Night Maw or another Pendulum soon. Kurgan Horsemen have found the gap though and sneaking around. They still have some Orc Laborers ready to intercept us if we're not careful, so we're not gonna go in right away. Yeah, Sel comes in, gets a charge off on these Chaos Dwarf Warriors, which he had a barrier, but I couldn't remember how much it was, so I didn't want to stay for too long, but I wanted to stay long enough to try and hit them with another Might Maw. From here, Warrior doesn't quite get his charge attack off. Looks like he was targeting the Orc Laborers and got caught in the Chaos Dwarf Warriors, but there come all the Hobgoblin Archers with their fire arrows. They have some Wolf Raiders right there. But yeah, a lot of Archers. What? 1, 2, 3. Probably like 8 or 9 of them, actually. That's enough fire that they can actually do some serious damage. Like, I forget about this Backstabbers. As long as they have more than 50% HP, they get a 30% base damage boost. Kurgan Horseman, though, wrecked that artillery piece and is out for the count now. Gone for good. And moving in now. Bring in some terror, hopefully. Get a charge off on these Orc Laborers, get them broken. But there is a Searing Doom, I'm going to guess, coming from enemy Sorcerer Prophet. Right on top of my Bearmen. I didn't have them on a target quite yet, so they get pretty heavily hit by that. Able to move some of them out of the way, but the Familiar Noble now going in for a little do against the Sorcerer Prophet. Goblin Laborers coming in. We throw it on a Pendulum, trying to hit these Hobgoblin Archers in mass, but kind of do half damage to one and half to the other. Not kind of direct on either of them, which probably was a mistake. But Uranon's Thunderbolt, I think. Maybe another spell. Oh no, that was a spell from the Sorcerer Prophets. But still providing some leadership nearby to these units. Our front line is kind of a mismatch everywhere. Kurgan Horsemen continuing just to chase some of these guys off, make sure they don't come back. Kirstetten coming in. Famir Noble, though, getting some nice attacks off on this Sorcerer Prophet. He was still holding out, though. 46 melee defense, but that Sundering Armor and big melee attack from our Famir doing really, really good. Sail coming in for a charge. Maybe enough to break this guy, but there's still 2 more lords we have to deal with. Windblast coming in, trying to take out these Hobgoblin archers. It is pretty cost effective on these guys if we can get them in bigger groups. These guys still managing to do quite a bit of damage now. Marauder Bearman, a regular Marauder, still taking quite a bit of damage. We're holding out, but could be pretty dangerous. Alright, that Sorcerer Prophet getting taken out with a combination of the Famir and our Etten. Sail kind of got himself into a pickle over here. Just fighting archers, but you can take a lot of damage if we're not careful. So we're just trying to kind of bunch them up a little bit, keep them from shooting as long as possible. But another Searing Doom falls down. And the Marauder Bearman getting them pretty low. 79 out of 100 models still, but they've lost a lot of HP. That shows you the difference it makes for the Bearmen having a larger HP pool. They stick around much, much longer. I'm impressed by them so far. That Lord's dead. Kurgan Horseman chasing us some stuff in the back. But yeah, 2 Lords still very, very annoying, especially with a large portion of the Chaos Dwarf army being expendable. And they don't contribute to the balance of power. Makes it hard to actually break the stuff that matters. But we got Marauder Bearman in, supporting Sail now. Doom coming in from the Kirstetten. Going to do lots of good damage on all these Hobgoblins. Actually managed to hit probably 5 or 6 units right there. Famir's moved on to the next Sorcerer Prophet. 2 of them right there. Bearman coming to help out a little bit. I didn't quite see these guys were not attacking. Maybe I actually pulled them off a little bit. Let these Marauder Horsemen come and get some good missiles on him. But the Kurgans, we sent one of them to go finish off this Lord, get that leadership penalty after he dies. Other ones finishing some other units off. But Sail did take some damage over there. His barrier is coming back. Gonna try to get a big charge right there. One of them about to go down. He routes. The other one still okay. I'm gonna say there we got army losses, and he'll route 2. Took a fair amount of damage from Searing Doom and those archers, but we did manage to get through without too many losses. Use this time to finish off those lords and get some extra moolah. Took a little bit more damage than I thought we would, but still came out on top. Fortunately, this army, this is the one I was most worried about, and basically all of its units got away, but we killed off 2 of the lords. This guy just barely escaped. Let's definitely take the heal after that. Have all 3 here to support taking out the Fortress of Eyes. Looks like we have another army building up in the back. Another one down here. What do they have? Okay, not really anything. That's one of the armies I think we just fought. The one that only had a lord in 1 unit. Quest battle? Yep, the Tower of Ashashir. So this gives us the Viper Staff, which gives poison, 20% ward save, and damage reflection when casting. That's going to be amazing when he's on the Mammoth. Income from raiding, leadership for Kurgans. Okay. The Monstrous Arcanum is now available, so I'm curious how it works in the new version. So glory hunts are non-repeatable hunts specific to certain climate zones. These hunts capture regiments of renowned units for recruitment, in addition to providing items, resources, and temporary effects upon completion. Okay. Taming hunts are 2-stage hunts specific to certain climate zones, which can provide monster units via the Monstrous Arcanum recruitment battle. The initial stages and rewards are only available once, while the second stage of these hunts can be repeated infinitely to bolster your recruitment pool. Oh, so you can get more than one of the Monstrous Arcanum stuff now. Cool. Trophy hunts are one-offs. Provides unique items related to the quarry in addition to resources and effects upon completion. Supreme hunts. Oh, hunts are listed with each Arcanum tab for each hunt type, where you can view every requirement for each hunt. The tabs for taming hunts, and trophy hunts become available as you progress through the different hunt units. Okay, selecting a hunt will open its entry page to display further information, objectives, and rewards, allowing you to choose a hunting party before it can be started. Select one of my lord's armies to lead the hunting party. However, any other lords can assist with the search as part of the hunt. If enough hunts of the correct type are completed, it is possible to achieve Supreme Hunter status, which grants powerful effects. The conditions to attain it are specified in the relevant Monsters Arcanum tab. Okay. So Glory Hunts. This is a Chaos Dragon, I'm assuming. Capture. That seems like it's going to be pretty hard off the stop because that's a really tough regiment of renown. I guess we don't have access to taming hunts or trophy hunts yet. So the Great Maw Herd. This is the Feral Mammoth unit. So we have to have a technology to do this one. Deadly Prey. Okay. What about the Voice of the Waste? This is the Chimera. This is the new unit introduced in the DLC. And that one requires a technology as well. So where was the one for mammoths? Okay, it's just further down from the chaos. Okay, we should go for that then. We'll get it after this one. The post battle loot and magic item drop chance I'm itching to get. That'll be very, very nice. Ooh, Bearstruck, the chieftain of the bear, the new legendary hero. So we have to recruit more Marauder Bearmen. And I think there'll be another leg of the quest. Let's upgrade Blood Wine Keep to tier 2. Wait for the extra growth here. In the meantime, we can build these up. Alright, this is going to be probably a more difficult battle. You actually don't have enough movement range to lead the attack, so it'll have to be sailed. I'd like to get Beorg as quickly as possible. I don't have the ability to recruit Bearmen here, so I might just pick up another Lord real fast. Even the other side. We should probably get a Sorcerer since we get them at a higher rank. Tactician, Cunning. I think these two are still the same. Disfiguring Scar for Lore of Metal. That sounds good. Just 4 of them, right? Yes. We can't get the Great Weapon version yet. Alright, we can only get 2 at a time, so you're going to be there for a little bit.
Chieftain of the tribe.
Let's move you in encampment stance, get those bonuses up.
Move.
Okay, we've got 1 altar. We need a couple more. Oh, I didn't realize this was part of our province. Okay, that's a village coming out that way. So I should worry about that eventually. We'll finish off the Chaos Dwarves and then we'll worry about that stuff. I'd like to go to Cathay rather than fighting more Warriors of Chaos. But you never knew. This guy will focus on get him extra growth, try to build up our province a little bit faster. The mirror. Oh, we're going to start saving some skill points now. I think the same with you. Pyrrhic victory again. Ooh, wow. Okay, I guess we're fighting this one. They have 2 Chaos Dwarf Warriors, Blunderbuss, and mostly archers, so Shouldn't be too bad if we can get them with magic. Another big battle against the Chaos Dwarves. I didn't realize before we actually joined in that this was a settlement battle, because I was wondering why the auto-resolve was so terrible for us. But now we know. Sorcerer Prophet has actually a fair amount of units at his disposal. Several Hobgoblin archers from the previous battle escaped pretty much unscathed. Our Famir Noble going to go and try to get some early damage in on. But lots of Hobgoblin archers, some Chaos Dwarf warriors, some blunderbusses, which are around here somewhere. Probably over on this side. These guys can be really, really nasty if we're not careful. They absolutely will obliterate anything they get their hands on. Yeah, Famir Noble. Lots of armor. No shield. He does have some missile resist, but he's going to have a hard time. Not a little. He has a lot of missile resist. But he's actually taken pretty good damage so far. That Spirit Leech did not help, and all this range fire coming in. Our army is still damaged from that previous battle, so this is this is going to be probably a little bit closer than I hoped. But we have our Shaman Sorcerer of the Lord of Death coming on that side by himself, and our raiding army over on this side. I kind of let them start where they originally showed up as, because I thought, oh, we can get around them in the back a little bit easier. But instead of leading one side, he goes into the blunderbusses earlier, keep them from shooting, while our Martyr Spearmen and Bearmen come to engage them in melee. Famir Noble, yeah, I don't know what he's taking so much damage from. It might be from these Goblin Laborers don't even have anti-large. I don't know why he's taking so much damage. I guess the Chaos Dwarf Sorcerer Prophet getting hits in while the Famir is busy with the goblins. But Kirstetten coming in, trying to get some early terror in on these Hobgoblin Cutthroats, but he's just getting absolutely shredded by the combination of all of those Hobgoblin archers. Taking damage very, very quickly. He has got below half HP, so he has switched over to the Savage personality, so he's getting that heal. But it may not be enough right away. We have some of our missile units just trying to get some stuff over. We snuck some Marauders through, trying to get them on top of these Chaos Dwarf warriors, shut down some of these Hobgoblin archers. But Kurgan Horsemen have taken the long way around, or coming around trying to get to some of these back points, coming for a charge. Sell the Faithless. Ooh, there we go. Big Uranon's Thunderbolt on top of those Hobgoblin Gits and Chaos Dwarf Blunderbusses. Does quite a bit of damage. Routs almost all these guys. We want to get through and break a gap so we can actually get behind and onto those archers, but these Blunderbuss is still holding out in melee, though. Oh, they have a aspect of the Dread Knight too, give them fear and terror from the Sorcerer Prophet. But the Famir Noble, yeah, look at that. He got super low 638, and our Rune Caller, I think I saved him like by skin of his teeth. He was taking lots of fire. I think if I remember when playing this, he got down to like 78 HP. So we barely kept him alive. He'll stay out of combat for probably the remainder of the battle, just regenning. But yeah, he got a little bit too close for comfort, so we're going to try to help him out. But now we have the Kurgan Horsemen coming in. A nice rear flanking charge, hopefully, on these Goblin Archers. Get that devastating flanker into use. Kurgan Horsemen, double weapon, dual weapon infantry, anti-infantry. Going to be able to do a fair amount of damage, actually. But we're going to try to let them build up their rage a little bit, get some of that physical resist. Hobgoblins are no joke, though. Kurgans only have 15 armor. For Horsemen, they have 34 melee defense, which is pretty good, but they're not going to do great in sustained combat. Still trying to get some more damage in. Natma coming in, eating through a big chunk of Goblin Laborers and Hobgoblins, but this is a big old mosh pit right here. Our Marauder Hunters trying to get some javelins and throwing axes in. Kurgan Horsemen overstayed their welcome just a little bit. Got rage with up about a third of the way. So, a little bit of physical resist, melee attack, and damage, I think. I always forget what rage does. But, no, leadership. But we don't want to keep them there too long. We want to get that charge bonus reset. Our Shaman Sorcerer reset just to try to get on top of this leadership point. Martyr Horseman from the Pillaging Army coming in to help a little bit. Try to stabilize him, hopefully. Finally, Get that capture point, get those towers out of commission. Sail, trying to put hard on this sorcerer prophet, but man, he's just holding out. Our Premier Noble escaped with 500 HP, so we're trying not to put him into too much danger for now. But some Marauders have snuck through, shut down the Hobgoblin Archers for good. Curtain Horsemen came in for another charge, and with Rage built up a little bit, they're a little bit tankier, so we'll keep them in a little bit longer. Sail, though, just not winning the fight as fast as I hoped he would, so we're actually just going to have him transition to some other attacks over here. Blunderbusses, again, proved to be a nuisance, didn't go down all the way, so they're taking out our Marauder Spearmen, so Sail comes over to bring down Nightmaw, hopefully do enough damage to rout these guys. Did a lot of damage. Still have 24 models left. Low leadership, hopefully they break with this rear charge. Yep, we get it. Well, there's still some Chaos Dwarf Warriors holding out really, really long over here. Doom and Darkness coming down from our ZHATAN after it has regenerated some HP, up to 2,000 HP now. Curtain Horsemen coming in for a rear charge, just trying to break the leadership of these guys. Doom and Darkness hopefully is enough, the combination of the charge. In the back, though, our Great Shaman did rout for a little bit, but he's come back for round 2. The Marauder Horsemen actually doing really well, taking out these Godden Laborers, and there we finally get the victory with army losses on the side of the Chaos Dwarves, but a little too close for comfort on our characters and Giant. Wow, that was much closer than it should have been. Our ZHATAN at one point got to like 78 HP, and our Famir Noble also very, very low. I expected him to do better against the Sorcerer Prophet, but maybe it was just the supporting units that gave him trouble. Yeah, that was definitely not an easy battle. Let's do more Chaos Elders since we're trying to get that done right now. Yeah, it's nice having Sail here too, because it'll heal up a lot. 8 with our other Great Shaman, awesome. I want to get to where we can get some more damaging. Like Fate of Buna is really good. Purple Sun is are both very good spells. Soul Blight is armor and damage buff. Aspect of the Dread Knight lets us cause terror. Norsca has a lot of access to terror monsters, so we'll not worry about that. Scintillating Shield, so it gives 1,000 barrier, charge reflection, and miscast base chance for enemy casters. Oh, okay. Oh, so even though it said recruit, we already had that many. Okay, sweet. So we need to earn more money from raiding. We need 900. Okay, so I don't need this guy here anymore then. Sorry, dude. And Sail hit level 10. 2 more levels so we can get your unique skills. From your Noble, I think we were saving for some of this stuff up here. Especially getting like regen, hit points, and then ward save. That's all going to be very, very nice. So yeah, definitely worth saving.
Despoil and ravage.
Oh, this isn't a different province again. Okay. This one would be really nice just to reduce the enemy leadership, especially in a hard siege battle. Let's try to get that one. I don't know if we'll get there before we actually make it there with our armies, but curious about the Great Bastion. If Village has managed to make it through. Okay, these are off cooldown. Let's do this on the volley area so it reduces their their income. Seems like we can use these more frequent than I think we can. So we'll use that one eventually. Is that worth doing right away? Because we're probably not going to have a battle. We might have a battle next turn, but I don't know. Not for sure. Oh, let's look at items too. The extra barrier. Cell isn't going to melee a whole lot. I think our Famir needs it more. Although, I think just having him with the Charm Shield for the 20% ward save is good. Yeah, we'll have Cell take that then. Oh, I guess we have a bunch of items that we could fuse and hopefully give it something better. Engineer's Knapsack. Let's merge that one in the Shield of Tolos. Those are both kind of vanilla, don't do a whole lot. Armor of Fortune, very, very good. Oh, I forgot. This is equip the Shicklin's Teeth for sale. Sword of Striking, Sword of Battle. Come on, give us a... Oh, we have a third Obsidian Blade. Brass Cleaver, very, very good. Gives us more melee attack. Give that to you. Armor of Fortune. And Obsidian. I guess we have an extra right now. The Brass Cleaver still. I think so. And all the other ones. See if there's any more we want to fuse that are Earthing Rod and Power Stone. Power Stone. Okay, these are arcane items though. Yeah, let's go for a better Forbidden Rod. Forbidden Rod can actually be really good for the extra ones of magic, the extra reserves. Spell intensity is not bad. Channeling Staff is also a very good item. Let's go for a good blue one. See if we can get a unique one. Book of Asher. Ooh. Targeting range. That's normally really, really good, but you have a unique casting item, so we'll keep that off you and give it to our other Great Shaman. Charm Shield, Spell Shield. Lascarl Plates, Armor, and Physical Resists. Oh, we finally have some ancillaries too. Casualties captured post-battle. Okay. Oh, Monstrous Arcanum. We didn't do anything for this. Those two we need. Technologies. We can do this one right now. So I'm curious about. Does this like. Does this take them away for a little bit? I'm curious how this goes. Okay, it just create. Okay, so we don't have to do it right away. Okay, I bet that'll be difficult though, and our army's super damaged. I think we'll deal with the Chaos Dwarves, come back this way, and then start going to Cafe. I think that sounds like a plan.
I see the other side.
I need to deposit these spoils though. We're not. Let's use this one to get the extra treasury, I think. And it gives us more movement range. Scott. Which I was curious about this DLC for Norsca. I was curious whether the faction would be renamed to Tribes of Chaos, because that's a little bit more apt name, and that's kind of the way that GW has kind of named things in the tabletop. I mean, it's more than just appendages to the Warriors of Chaos, but like Norsca is a very specific region, very specific culture. Where with having like the Dolgan and the Kurgans now, it's very much just a Tribes of Chaos. Ooh, so Sell the Faithless. A sullen note creeps into the rebels of your hunter's army. Camaraderie is replaced by murderous glares of the fires. With the beast still not in sight, the warrior's excitement facing it is replaced by the dull, slow grinding anticipation of facing yet another slog falling big tracks. So we could pay 500 and get 12 leadership. Is this only for sale? It might be. We don't want negative leadership. Ooh, experience gain. Let's do that one. Alright, we can't make it to the Voliary. Try to keep setting ambushes, since they seem to be working out.
Overrun the
Alright, if I deposit this guy, we'll lose access to him. We'll probably do it up here.
journeying.
I think that sounds like a plan.
We ravage.
Yeah, we'll have him deposit stuff up here. Okay. One more turn. We can get that to tier 3. Diplomacy. No one likes Sell the Faithless. And manipulate. Oh, I always forget about this. Yeah, let's reduce the leadership here again. Does that last more than a turn, right? Yeah, last 2 turns. And we'll do this one on sale. Are we getting close? No, we're just at the edge. We'll see whether we get one. Dilemma. I know they're supposed to be negative, but I'm kind of just curious. Hopefully, if we get the battle here, that'll be enough to get us to rank 12 with Cell. Yes! And we get the ambush this time. You would lose a unit in that army, but that's fine. I'm fine with this. Premier Noble took a lot of damage again, though. We're good on money. We're good on experience. Let's just take the heal. Rank 11 only. Okay, but the Voliary, that's his capital. For ZHATAN the Black, I think he was upgrading some stuff. I don't know whether it was getting to the next tier. Or garrison stuff, because that would suck. Chaos Dwarf garrisons are no joke. It's all okay. He didn't finish upgrading it yet. Awesome. Oh, we're gonna get a rebellion here. Okay, that's fine. Because if we capture this, the rebellion will spawn there anyway. Do that while I remember. Do we want to switch this over to anything else now? Control, chaos corruption. I think we're good.
Divide and conquer.
You hit level 10, so you can get... I think we don't need these right away. We probably want your unique ones. The income from raiding, income from sacking. Okay, we need more raiding income. That's what we need.
Slaughter the sheep. Shame and sorcery. End them.
Are we still kind of damaged? Just actually, oh, no, what I should do this. I'm going to have you pull off. We're going to go into raiding stance.
What now?
This guy will lead the attack. He doesn't have siege attacker, so we'll have to wait a turn, but I'm okay with that. Oh, make sure I build siege equipment so we can actually attack next turn.
Into the fray.
Wait, we don't gain any raiding income if we're besieging stuff?
Tremble, weaklings.
Okay, that's not worth it then. I'd like to get Beorg really quickly, though.
Move.
Right, well, that screws up my plan.
For the beyond. Moving out. Enslave the Southerners.
Valiant defeat. We can probably win this one, but we'll do that in episode 3. We've gone a little bit long. I don't want to make the episodes too long, but we'll keep them pumping out. So thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I'm Warhammer. I will see you in episode 3, and we will take out ZHATAN the Black.